Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol FNMA. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candles here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like a few weeks worth of time, it's actually just the past 2 days broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to do this time frame. I think does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out levels of support or resistance a bit easier to see. I did this analysis yesterday, so that's where the green and red line annotations are coming from, but definitely want to get the chart updated here. As you know, the price did pull back, and this is what kind of creates a tricky situation from a presentation standpoint, because there's a whole lot of perspective that goes into this. What do I mean? Well, if you are a day trader and you bought, somewhere around here and you wanted to sell within, 2 minutes after buying, then yeah, for you, the chart looks pretty bad. Now, if you care about the big picture of things, then yeah, I get it. The price had a pretty big pullback today. But within the big picture, the bulls do still have an opportunity to build a higher base. And when you have higher bases being built over longer periods of time, that's how uptrends are constructed. And that's going to be the time frame that I'm talking about. So if I sound crazy calling something bullish, my guess would be you just had a much different strategy and perspective going into the trade. So with that being said, I want to do a little house cleaning here. Yes, these lines still pertain to the chart, but I want to just really kind of clean this up and take this at a very clean approach, meaning I don't want to risk causing clutter and confusion by millions of lines everywhere. And the main thing that I want to focus on now going into next week with the pullback, because maybe you're thinking, well, how do you exactly know if the bulls are still in control or if maybe they're losing control? As I talked about yesterday, it's all about that purple line right there, the 50-period simple moving average, keyword there being moving. So as time goes by, that purple line is just going to keep on moving itself upwards and looking something like that. Maybe you're thinking, hey, that looks like a trend line. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. In fact, I like to call moving averages trend lines for lazy people. If you don't want to draw a trend line, then the moving average will quote unquote draw the trend line for you. So as that purple line increases, it is going to create that increasing trend line. And assuming you're bullish and assuming this move is still in the bull's favor, well then of course it's going to stay above the uptrending trend line, right? And that's why I love charts. When you look at them certain ways, they really do insult your intelligence. So as it stands right now, because the price is still above the quote-unquote trend line, again, the moving average, the bulls are still in overall control of the chart. And as long as the price remains above that purple line going forward, the bulls stay in control. As far as levels of resistance, I'm not even going to touch on those because in my opinion, top priority going into next week is starting to build upon this uptrend, and you're going to build upon it by building those higher lows. So we'll see what the bulls have in store next week. One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.